Genesis chapter 50. 1. Joseph threw himself on his father, wept over him, and kissed him. 2. Then he gave orders to the doctors who were at his service to embalm his father Israel. And they embalmed him. 3. It took 40 full days, for that was the time for embalming. And the Egyptians mourned his death 70 days. 4. After the days of mourning, Joseph told Pharaoh's court, "If I can count on your kindness, speak to Pharaoh on my behalf. Tell him that." 5. My father made me swear the following oath to him. I am on the verge of death. Bury me in the tomb I have prepared for myself in the land of Canaan. Now, then, ask him to allow me to depart and bury my father. I'll be right back soon after. 6. Pharaoh replied, "Go and bury your father as he made him swear." 7. Then Joseph set out to bury his father. With him were all the counselors of Pharaoh, the authorities of his court, and all the authorities of Egypt. 8. And, besides them, all of Joseph's family, his brothers, and all of his father's house. Only the children, the sheep and the oxen were left in Goshen. 9. Chariots and knights also accompanied him. The entourage was immense. 10. Arriving at the threshing floor of Athed, near the Jordan, they lamented in a loud voice, with great bitterness, and there Joseph kept 7 days of mourning over the death of his father. 11. When the Canaanites who dwelt there saw that weeping on the threshing floor of Athed, they said, "The Egyptians are celebrating a ceremony of solemn mourning." For this reason, that place, near the Jordan, was called Abel Mizraim. 12. Thus did the sons of Jacob what he had commanded them. 13. They took him to the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, near Mamre, which, with the field, Abraham had bought from Ephron the Hittite to serve as his grave property. 14. After burying his father, Joseph returned to Egypt with his brothers and all the others who had accompanied him. 15. Seeing Joseph's brothers that their father had died, they said, "What if Joseph has a grudge against us and resolves to repay all the evil we have done to him?" 16. Then they sent a message to Joseph, saying, "Before he died, your father commanded us." 17. That we would say to you, "I ask you to forgive the mistakes and sins of your brothers who have treated you with such wickedness. Now, therefore, forgive the sins of the servants of your father's God." When he received the message, Joseph wept. 18. Then his brothers came, prostrated themselves before him, and said, "Here we are. We are your slaves." 19. But Joseph said to them, "Do not be afraid. Was I in God's shoes?" 20. You planned evil against me, but God made it good, so that today the lives of many might be preserved. 21. So don't be afraid. I will support you and your children. And so he reassured them and spoke to them kindly. Joseph's death. 22. Joseph remained in Egypt with his father's entire family. He lived 110 years. 23. And he saw the third generation of the sons of Ephraim. In addition, he received as his own the sons of Machir the son of Manasseh. 24. Before he died, Joseph said to his brothers, "I am on the verge of death. But God will surely come to your aid and bring you out of this land, taking you to the land that he promised with an oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." 25. And Joseph had the children of Israel swear an oath to him, saying to them, "When God intervenes on your behalf, take my bones from here." 26. Joseph died at the age of 110. And after being embalmed, he was placed in a sarcophagus in Egypt.